Yep. So that is the advantage. I mean, that is the difference between the stack and the heap memory. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many ever new objects are created, everything will have a reference in the stack and will be stored on the heap.
Yes. Whenever you use a keyword called new, 100% that will store into the heap memory.
But
There
the
is
reference will be in hashtag.
But only the point is like in the stack, there is a reference would be put it over there. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys. Any other questions? Are you sure? No questions, nothing?
Yes.
Okay, let's see how the people are understand.
Hello, Anna, I have one doubt.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for non-static method only for creating the object, that's why it has a new keyword. What about the static variables? We directly call that static methods. We directly call that with class name. How can it store in the stack memory?
Now, here is an interesting concept. It is when you use the class name directly, right?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
When you use the class name and when you point here, so you're getting all the static methods. Are you getting everything from the class?
No.
We are not getting everything from the class, correct?
yes, son.
Now, do you think this house 3 is a variable or is an object? Whatever I have written as a house 3 is a variable or is it an object?
It is not a variable, I think.
It is not a variable, that's correct. It is an object?
No,
It is
no.
not an
it is
object
not.
output. Okay.
Yes.
Now in that case, where it gonna be stored? So we are not gonna be stored anything here. It is not in the stack, it is not in the heap,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
You create an object, it is gonna be stored in the heap memory. When you create a variable, it is gonna be stored in the stack memory, right?
Yes.
So here you are just having with the method, with the class name, you are gonna be access all the static methods and static variables. But here is a small concept is that we'll discuss about tomorrow, how you are able to get the static variables without creating object and where it is gonna be stored here. How do you identify? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
This example, this answer, when you understand, right, we'll
Yes,
add up that thing to the our discussion. Okay. Okay. Any other questions?
So basically that diagram, it is mainly for non-static only.
Diagram for non-static. Which diagram? This diagram?
This, yes.
Read about it. You will come to know. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just putting that one, this link, so that it will be useful for you guys.
Okay.
Chat. Okay, that's fine. Now, apart from this today's discussion, any other questions up to yesterday's about the class methods and and the global variable, local variable, and how to create an object, all these things. Any questions?
Clear, sir. Concept wise, it's clear.
Concept is clear? That's good. Okay. Right. Karan.
Yeah.
How to create an object? How to create an object? I want to create an object for this.
We need a constructor, right?
Okay.
To create an object.
For example, I remove the constructor. Now tell me how to create an object. What is the
House.
format? Basically, you can say house.
Class name, object,
Okay, house. 3.
create. Object. Object
Okay.
can be anything.
Equal to
New keyword.
uh-huh.
And then the constructor. House 3.
I remove the
It
constructor
fits
over
there.
there, right? Then so basically, simple thing, right, Karan? If there is a method is there, then the method is available so that you can use the method. I remove the constructor here. Then how it is gonna be? You said it's a constructor, that's correct, but I removed it. What could we do now?
Without the constructor, we can't create an object.
Okay, without the constructor, we cannot create. So that we cannot create the object for the house 3 at all. Yes?
Yeah.
So now I have removed the constructor so that we cannot create an object at all in the house 3.
No, it is wrong actually.
What was it?
No, we can create the object.
One second. Hold on. Karan?
Yeah.
Okay, it's your turn. What was it? Can we create an object or not? Because I removed the constructor here. There is no constructor.
I think we cannot.
We cannot, right? We cannot create an object for house 3. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you?
There is no constructor.
Because there is no constructor. Very good. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, general question, Karan.
Yeah.
Will you construct a house without a door?
No.
Without a door, can you create a house?
No.
No, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now think about it again. So everything we correlated with the house. House in the sense like normally the construction of a house. So all the things I correlated our programming language with our day-to-day life activity. Now in the same way, just think. So I said, I want to create an object for this house 3. That means like I want to create a bridge over there to the going inside the house. So now just relate whatever the house you have, you don't have an door at all. Then what is the use of a house at all? Correct?
Yeah.
You don't have a door at all. Everything is closed. Then you cannot go inside. Then if you create a bungalow, if you create a palace, there is no use at all, right?
Yeah.
So whatever the house 3 which I created, which is totally useless.
Yeah.
This one which is whichever I created, it's totally useless. Right?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Excellent. Harsha.
Yes, sir.
Whatever Karan was saying is correct.
No, without a constructor, we cannot create an object, right?
Yes, that's all. That's it. That's what Karan also saying. So
Yes.
whatever the Karan was saying, is that correct? Means he cannot create an object for house 3. Whatever things is right now, it is there. Is that
Yes,
correct?
without constructor.
That's correct.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now in this scenario, I cannot create an object for house 3.
Yes.
OBJ equal to new something which is not there, so that I cannot create. That's what he is saying. So will you agree with that?
Yes, I agree.
Very good. Nice. Monica,
Yes, sir.
whatever the Karan and Harsha was saying, is it correct or not?
No, sir. Even if you don't separately create a constructor, there is a default constructor. So you can create an object.
Okay, so that means like,
House 3
so
OBJ.
there is no constructor here, even though you can create an object.
Class.
Yes, sir.
House 3.
House 3.
This is what it is.
Yes. Sir.
Yes.
Okay. Karan and Harsha.
Yeah.
Whatever you are saying is correct, or whatever Monica is saying correct.
With the class by
If we
default.
don't create the constructor also, there will be a default, right? Without mentioning it.
Leela Prasad,
Yeah.
can you go on mute, please. Okay. Come on, guys, like Harsha and Karan.
By default, it is created with the class.
What was it?
By default, constructor is created.
By default, constructor is created.
Yes.
But you said previously, like, we cannot do that, right? Which one is correct? Either this is the first statement or the second statement.
The second statement.
So what do you mean by in the first statement? What happened? How about you, Karan? So what is Harsha is saying? Harsha is switching the statement. So he wants to go with the Monica. So which one is correct?
I think what I said, I stand with it.
What was it?
What I said, I will stand with it.
We'll stand with that. Okay, that's good.
But there will be a default constructor, right? If you don't mention it also.
Yeah. Did I say no?
No.
Then there is a default constructor. I do agree. So, but you said like we cannot create an object because there is no constructor, which I am seeing here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why you are not able to create a constructor at all.
Yeah.
So that means like, you are not doing any practice. Yes or no?
I did for the methods, but only I did for the static.
I mean, see, the point here is static is, it's yesterday we discussed a few concepts.
Yeah.
Okay, minimal concepts only. We did not discuss about 100 concepts. We discussed only the 2 or 3 concepts. Did we do any more concepts yesterday? Did we?
No.
Then
No.
what is the pain here? So because it is really so necessity and it is very much needed, where without knowing all these things, I cannot go to the next step at all.
Okay.
You guys understanding? See,
Yeah.
there is no problem to me, like, I can go easily to the next step and joining everything, whatever I know, I can say everything and move on. So there is no point here to me stop and ask the questions to you guys, okay? But here I am each and every concept I'm relating to the real-time world and putting in your mind and constructing very good shape so that whenever any person asks a question, you can able to tell the answer. That is the way, that is the main motive where I am trying to do that. But if you people are not doing any practice, then what could I do now? Tell me. Is it anything like some sort of very funny movie, anything is happening for an hour and after that we are going out? That's not the way, right? Guys, It is very, very serious. It is not like, you people are just for fun, you're joining here and going out and you're not doing any practice and coming back tomorrow and joining the same time. So that is nothing gonna be work for you and for me too. Here we are joining together for a cause. Okay. So you have to learn something and you have to do practice. Got it? Whatever the concepts we discussed yesterday, if you have any questions, ask me. I'll put it in another way so that you people can understand. There is no point saying that, if I keep on asking any questions, no one is saying anything. If I ask questions and telling the wrong answer, it is really paining point to me, You're getting?
Yeah.
Right? So basically, it is not to you, Karan, Harsha, anyone, okay? It is to everyone. So today you just got whatever the asked questions I asked. Tomorrow someone will say that. But the point is, it is not you and me. So everyone has to feel that responsibility. You're getting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Moulali.
Yeah. So that is the reason where I divided you into the teams so that you people discuss extensively and ask the questions each other and come up with the questions tomorrow saying that, Moulali, what is this? What should I do? How should I do? Okay, why it is like that? So you need to know all these questions, right? So that is the reason I divided with the teams. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So I don't want these things to be repeated next time, guys. So I'm really serious about it. So you have to make sure your teams should be up to that level. Okay, it's your responsibilities. So I don't know how you are gonna be do. If you did not understand anything, ask me. I'll completely go through again. So see, already Chaitanya went, Hindu went, but I started from the zero again. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So to make sure you should be understand perfectly, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I don't want you to be as a half knowledge. I want you to be a complete knowledge, whatever you know, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Okay, I'll give you a little background for the yesterday's too. So we have seen a house basically. So for the house, 100%, we have discussed few things like there is a door, there is a rooms, and there is a common areas, and there is a private areas. And there in the common area, you can have the common things. In the private area, you have the private things where the people who are eligible for the taxes, those guys only access those private things, right? So this is what we discussed. And we discussed about the area and we discussed about the door number. Okay, everything we have discussed. Now coming to the point of a house here, for the door, for the house should be have the house number, right? In the same way,
Yes, sir.
for a class, it has the house number, right? Now when you go to a house, you will say like, I want to know this house number, or you want to say like, I want to know this door number. Both are same, right or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, when you want to go inside, you want to go through this door, right?
Yes.
Yes.
In the same way, when you have a class of this one, there should be a constructor. So the door is called a constructor. So here, public house 3. So there should be a constructor. Without a door, there should not be a house. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Without a constructor, there should not be anything. Okay. when you remove this constructor here, even though there should be a default constructor would be available in this class. You will not see here, but there should be available the default constructor here. Okay. In the backside, you can take, just think like, it is available in the backside of this. So, but you are not seeing that. That's simple like that. For example, if you see like, there is a backside, there is a door here. So, but front side, you don't have something that is covered. So, but the backside, 100% there is a door. 100% there is a default for a house, but default there is a door. Yes or no?
Yes.
The same way for a class, by default, there should be a constructor. There is no doubt at all. Without door, you cannot go inside. Correct?
Yes.
Without constructor, you cannot create a object. Okay. You got the point?
Yeah.
Any questions on this? Any confusions? If you have any confusions, anything, let me know so that we can address and we can put it in another way so that everyone could understand about it.
Understood, sir.
Good. Nice. Okay. Now we will understand another few concepts today. Okay. For example, we know the two words usually called public and private, right? Public, comma, private. Yes or no? We know these two things, right? What is the meaning of a public?
Yes, sir.
Which is accessible by everyone.
Very good. What do you mean by private?
Only the private.
For example,
Like local variables.
yeah, we can say local variables, which contain only the particular method. Okay.
Yes, yes.
No, private integer test equal to 100,000. Okay. If I say this one, this is the private variable, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, you say that Moulali, like this is the public area where everyone can access. Then this test is showing something error, right?
Yes.
So that means you made it as a private. For example, even though when you go to your dining table, for example, for every person in a home, they have a different what you call food plates. Okay, different plates for everyone. That is individual for them. So if you want to eat the food, they will go and take that plate and they will have food over there. Okay, that is individual for him. So that means like everyone cannot access, but even though it is in the private, in the public area, right? So the dining area is a public area, right? In the home.
Yes.
But the plate which is available in that, it is a individual plate. So that means like, even though it is there in the public area, this variable I marked as a private. That means like it is a private one. It will be available only here. For example, if you see, this test is available here. No, it is have this space alone. Do this. Okay. So that means like it's a private. So just understand about the private things. Okay. Got it?
Moulali, I have one doubt.
Uh-huh.
So in the 17th line, just hover over the test thing. Don't make that comment, then it won't work. Okay, yeah. So there is a quick fix available that make it static. So
Yes.
how does making it static works here?
Yeah,
It is still private, right?
I'll tell you that. We'll come to that point. Okay. So first, you just understand about the private point, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, these things, it is automatically I'm able to access here. TV is enabled access and dining table it is access. That means it is a public, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
For example, if I say right now, okay, so this is, yeah. Now I say like in a string new table equal to glass, right? That means like it's a public so that I'm able to access here, correct or not?
Yes.
Yes.
But did I mention public here?
No.
No.
Oh, no.
The point here is, if you did not mention a public here, even though you are able to access, that means automatically this variable is a public variable. Okay, if you mention or not, both are same. Public string here, it is the same. And if you did not mention, also it is the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is one thing. So basically we have seen a variable private and we have seen a variable public, right?
Yeah.
So any questions on these things, private and public variables? Only I'm talking about the variables. We'll come to this static one, Saurav. We'll see.
Anna, can you repeat once again?
Okay. Basically you can see, guys,
If it is outside the method, it is that is
what was it?
it is
What is
outside the method, sir. If it
Uh-huh.
is outside the method, then we can access in the class.
Access in the class. Oh yes.
If
Access
it
in the
is
class.
if it is outside the method, that means
outside the
it is
method.
global.
Yeah, it is a global, so that you can able to access here also, right?
Yeah.
So that is what it means. Correct or not?
Yes.
What is your question, Saishri?
No, it's not a question. I just said because it is outside, we can access is what I said, sir.
Yeah. Because it is outside, we can able to access. This is called, that's what, right? You know, I said, so this is the common areas where you can, everyone can able to access. This is a new table here. I am able to access here also, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now I am just introducing a concept called public and private. Okay, which means it's a public to the everyone, it's a private to someone. Okay, now this variable I'm able to access here, right? So that means it is a public one. Publicly I'm able to access because it is here, I'm able to access here. But if I say is the private, if I say this private variable, I'm not able to access here. Okay, 1 second, guys. I got. Sorry. This is my bad. Sorry, because it is a static. Okay. So what we are talking, the public and the private, two things. Correct.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
if I say as a public string, I'm able to access. If I did not say also, by default, the variable, if you mentioned, is a public variable by default. Okay. Get it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now we'll come to the private one. Now, if you see here, I say private integer test, right? So this is means it is only belongs to the private people. Private to that house only. It is not gonna be apart from the person who is using, he cannot use any other people, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I'll show you that one simple thing here. I create object dot. object dot new table. So if I run this one, what will happen?
It will give the output of new table string. Yes,
So I got the glass, right?
yes, yes.
Okay. I don't want to confuse you guys with the little bit point. Okay. For the variable, you can just think. You can keep the variable aside. I want to show you something here. Okay. Okay, guys. What I'm trying to tell you, we can able to have the access specifiers. The concept is called access specifiers. So access specifier means how and who can able to access the particular methods and a particular variables. So for that we have three different access pairs. One is the public, private, protected, and we have the different things, but we usually use public, private, and protected. Okay. Now this one will be extensively will understand in the inheritance concept. There I will try to cover it, because I don't want to confuse you, because it is within the class we are planning here. We are doing everything. So we can just ignore for that. I'll cover this access specifiers in the our inheritance concepts. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Leave about it for now. So we'll see this one later point of time for the access specifiers. Apart from that, I want to cover today one more new concept called structure of a method. Okay, so this is a method, right?
Yes.
Now, for a method, you will have, we used to write public, void, and kidroom2. This is what we write. Now, what do you mean by public? Means everyone can access. That is the meaning of English, right?
Yes.
What do you mean by void?
It returns.
It is
Doesn't
return
return.
type, it doesn't return anything.
English meaning. What do you mean by void?
I think blank.
None.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay. What do you mean by nothing here? It means when I execute this method, so are you expecting anything from me or not? That is what it says, nothing. Okay. So for example, if I say it is an integer here, when I execute this kidroom2, you have to give me an output of an integer.
Okay.
If you say as a void means, if I execute this one, if you did not give me anything, that's fine to me. That's what it is. Means you should not give me. I mean, you means it. That doesn't mean like, you can able to write return 10. So you cannot do that. If you say void means you should not expect anything from this method. But if you say integer means 100%, you have to expect a value, a integer value from this method. That means expect means you need to say return. I'm returning something to you. Get it?
Yes.
Guys, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, Moulali.
Any questions on this? Because this is really important thing. By seeing this one itself, we need to know, okay, if I say void means, okay, this method will not return anything. If I say integer means, this method will return the integer value. By seeing itself, we need to know. Okay.
Okay.
And after that, we will write the method name. So this is the method name. And here we are going to be the empty things are there. This is the braces are there. So empty things are there. Okay. Clear up to now regarding a method?
Yeah.
Guys, any questions? Anything?
If you want to return something, we use the int, right? No?
Yes.
Whatever we want to use.
That means, like, for example, if you don't want to give anything, see, if I execute this one, kid room 2, right?
Yeah.
There is a kid room to public integer. Okay. Integer test2 equal to okay. If you say this one, it is returning a value and you are storing in the test2 value. Okay. Or else, if you want to, it will be easy for you. So what is the expectation from the kid room?
True.
Class and class.
What was that?
I mean,
What is the expectation on the kid room 2?
integer. It
Integer.
returns an
It is
integer.
expecting an integer. What is the value will become here? What is the value you are returning here? 10. So so 10 value, right?
Yeah.
So it went here and execute everything and it returns the 10 and that 10 value is printed here.
Can it return only one value?
Always one value. But there is we have a concept of array, right?
Yes.
Array has list of values, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But array, all the list of values of an array, it is stored into the one variable, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can able to return only one variable, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
so we can return the variable also.
Yes. For example,
Okay.
Okay.
only the point here is you need to return the integer. Either it is a number,
Yes.
either it is a variable. You have to make sure the return type should be the specific type you given here. It 100% has to match. You should not say like, Moulali, I have integer. Can I give a string here? You
No.
cannot.
Okay.
So the return type should match. Are you getting?
Yes.
Yes.
So for example, now we'll execute this one. You get it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir,
Guys,
sir,
yep.
if there is void, you will not return anything.
Yes. basically, we can add this one into the real-time concept thing, guys. For example, you can take our class and you can take normal institution classes. The institution classes are expecting a money from the people where they're teaching something. If you go them, they will teach you with the return of money, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But if you come to us, so that we are expecting nothing, zero, but we are gonna be teach you. We are gonna be teach you means we will execute everything, whatever the things we know, but we are not returning, we are not expecting anything from you guys. That is a very, very simple thing. In the same way, when you are executing a method, if there is a return type, it is specified, you 100% you need to return. Okay.
Okay.
If you mention it as a void, no need to return anything. Or else I'll put it another example. I just put it in my mind, you know. For example, I take $1,000 from the Manjunath. Do I need to return to him or not?
Yes.
Yes, I need to return.
Yes, sir.
In the same way, and I did not take anything to from Chris. So do I need to return to anything to him?
No.
No. So there is the same thing. So if you mention it's a void, means it's nothing. It's not going to be written anything. If you mention it is an integer, 100% you need to return that. Get it?
And it can be integer or string or anything. I have
Anything.
to return that variable type.
It's a data type, guys.
That data type, yes.
It is a data type. So that is the reason we understand the data type initially.
Yeah.
Right? If you see here, I am returning that integer k. Even this is the value as k. I put it as a smaller k. If I execute this one,
We will show the small k only. Yes.
right? Because
Yeah.
it's a return type of a string.
Yes.
So you can do any data type, any data type. Get it?
Yes.
So we have understand for the method, there could be a starting with the public and the return type and the method name. This is called a method name, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, these braces are there, right? Okay. When you have these braces, you can have some extra things here that is called parameters. Okay. That means integer a comma integer b. Integer a comma integer b. Before going to this, guys, anyone has any questions, any confusions, let me know so that I can move on to the next additional dot. Anyone? Harsha, Leela, Manjunath, Sai Shri, Nageshwari, Saurav, Monica, Indira, Lavanya. Anyone?
So, Moulali, I have one question.
Yes, sir.
So if we are, I mean, for variables, right? If we are not mentioning any public or private, I mean, by default it is public, right?
Yes, by default it is a public. If you did not mention anything, by default it is. It is same like a by default there is a constructor. In the same way, by default it should be a public. You will not see here, but there is a public here.
Yeah, but similarly, is it applicable for the methods also?
For the methods also.
Okay, it is public.
See?
Okay.
I'll execute here. See.
Yeah.
Get it right?
Yeah.
Any other question? Guys, did you understand clearly?
Yeah, more or less understood.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, we talked about this is as a room, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, for this room, if you want to go inside the room, you should say, basically, we'll connect to our normal house. Okay. For every room, there will be a door inside, right? Normally.
Yes.
So to open that door, we need a keys.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we need a key so that we can open and we'll go inside. Now, in the same way, the people who is more secure, they have 3 keys to open the door. So first they will put 1 key, 2nd key, and 3rd key. And then with these 3 keys only, the door will open. Okay, it is so secure, something like that. For example, locker, everything, right?
Yeah.
In the same way, you know, guys, just understand one new concept called parameters. So integer A, integer B, and integer C. So if I want to go inside this kid room too, I need to provide 3 keys of integers. This is integer and this is integer and this is integer. So that then only I can able to go inside. If you see here, 3 keys. These keys can be any type. It is an integer, string, double, float, whatever it is, it is. Either like, you know, normally if you say the keys can be a plastic, the key can be a copper, the key can be a steel, the key can be a gold, the key can be a something else. Okay. So any type of a key, we need a key to go inside the room. But whatever the keys you are mentioned here, those keys should match. If, for example, if your house, I mean, if your room has a 2 keys, means if you put the 2 keys only, then you go inside, right? So without the 2 keys, you cannot go. In the same way here, you need to have a parameters. If these parameters are 3, those 3 parameters you need to provide. Until then, it will not able to go inside. For example, I given the 3 keys, 3 parameters here. Okay, if I say, you know, I want to use only 2, you cannot. Got it?
Yes.
For example, one more thing, we'll add it here. So, how many keys in the kid room? 3.
0.
How many?
Kid room
No
3, there are
keys.
no keys.
No keys. So there is a 0. So you no need to have a keys to execute this one. If there is a key, if it is a secure this room, then you need those keys here. Okay, those respective keys means those type of keys you need it here. Either is an integer, either is a double, either is a string, whatever it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah. Yeah.
Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now, we'll understand little bit further here. We are passing the 10, 20, and 2. What are the values in this kid room 2? Manjunath. For the kid room 2, I pass 3 values, 10, 20, and 2. What are the values are there in the kid room 2 here? In which variable, which value is there?
For A 10, B 20, C 2.
Leela Prasad, is Manjunath is saying correct?
Or no?
Whatever the Manjunath saying is correct?
Yes or no?
If I say no?
Hello?
If I say no?
Actually, int A, comma B, comma C. That means A equal to 10, B equal to 20, C equal to 2.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes or no?
If I prove that that is wrong, Yes, Lila Prasad. I feel that is wrong. Are you sure or not?
Yeah, sure. Anna.
Okay. Better I will ask some other guy. Indira,
Sir,
whatever the Manjunath and Lila Prasad is saying is correct.
but we are not passing, right?
What was it?
We are not passing, right?
No, we are passing the kid
We are
to
passing here, but we are not declaring.
so there should not be any values here, right?
Yes.
That's correct, right, Indra?
Yes.
Okay. Nageshwari,
Yes,
we have two answers here. Manjunath and Lila Prasad saying there will be value, but Nageshwari was saying there should not be any value here. So what would be the correct? So sorry, Indira is saying there should not be a value.
I think Leela Prasad was saying correct.
What
The
was it?
first one. The first one. It brings 10, 20, and
10, 20, and 2, right? Okay, let me see. Lavanya,
No.
which one is correct?
I think Indra is correct. Declaration is not done.
Declaration is not done. So that's why you are not able to get the values here. Correct?
Yeah.
So basically for a integer, you have to declare like this, but we did not given any value. So that's why there is no value should be available in these 3, 26, 27, 28 lines, right?
Yes.
Very good. Polomita. Polomita is not there. Why she is not there, the team A? Saurav.
Yeah, I called her several times. It is switch off. I'm not really sure why. I
Okay.
asked her, she said she will join yesterday night, and I'm not really sure.
Okay, that's fine. Taishri,
Yes, sir.
what would be the answer? Either Lavanya, Indira is correct, or Manjunath, Lila Prasad is correct.
Sir, Indira is correct because we like how we gave that int is equals to in that near the television, we said something right here we did not, and that's why.
Okay, so that means like you need to say here it is a 10.
Mm,
Okay, guys. See, for this reason only, I was asking you ask questions. Okay, so do I'm able to get the value here? Is it gonna be assigned or not? What would be happen? All these things you need to be put it in your mind and think about it. Okay. Now coming to the point here. See, when I passing these values 10, 20, and 2, it will go and situate here, right?
Yes.
So for example, you have a key in your hand. When you insert that key, then it's gonna be open that, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Then
Yes,
it's gonna
sir.
be fit inside.
Yes.
The key, when you press inside, then it will fit over there, right? In the
Yes.
same way, when you're passing this one 10 here, 20 here to here, this 10 value is gonna be assigned here.
Yes.
B 20 value is gonna be assigned here, and C 2 value is gonna be assigned here. That is the way it is gonna be assigned. So the point, whatever you are thinking, basically the initialization part, it will happen like this. This is another way of initializing the variables through parameters. Okay,
It is going back.
it's gonna be assigned to this one. We are sending here, it will assign to here. 10, it will assign in A. 20 assigned in the B, and 2 is assigned in the C. We'll see now. Did you see?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
So
For
if you are
example, if I
using
say-
parameters, it will get the a value will get assigned.
yes. For example, if I say here, okay. What is the type of here I use?
String.
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 Whatever I'm passing here.
String.
String.
Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Sir.
Yes. Clear?
Yeah.
So it is gonna be assigned here so that you can use. Got it?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So
Sir.
today we discussed about the two concepts. One is the return type, the other one is the parameter.
Parameters.
Okay, so this is really, really important. And then see guys, if you understand this basic structure of a class and whatever the things which is inside here, those things will be helpful for your further things so that we can run very fastly for our future concepts. Okay, got it?
Okay, one last question. If we hadn't write the 49th line, the last line, yes.
Huh?
No, not this. Okay, yeah, that one, yes, that one only. Yeah, if we delete this and we mention the variables inside that method only, that a equal to 10 and b equal to 20 and c equal to 2, then
Here,
will it work?
after
Yes,
that?
yes. After the 21st line, no, not only there. After the 21st line, if we separately declare them like int a equal to 10 and in a string b equal to hello.
Okay. Okay. Before this, I'll show you one thing here. Can I able to do that?
No,
Why?
because
It's a
it is
variable.
repeating. I think that's why.
So that means it's a duplicate happened, right?
Yes.
The same variable you already declared so that you cannot able to do that.
Okay.
Even if I say something different, right, Bolo. If I say that also, you cannot do that, right?
Because the variable name is same.
So it has to be the unique variable name. That's clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I declared a variable here, integer a. The integer a value which I am passing here is 10. So now Saurav wants to do that integer a equal to 50. Can you able to do that?
Okay, there is a error.
There is an error because it's already integer a equal to 10, which is assigning from down. So that means like there is an integer a is already available. Integer a is already available. So you mention the value or not, that's a different story. But integer a is already defined here.
Okay.
So if you want to define anything, you can give with some other variable. For example, if you give some other variable, is fine.
Okay.
But if you want to give with the same variable name, you cannot, because it's already defined here. It is defined here and it defined here, both are same. Inside this method or here, it's both are same. Okay.
Okay.
Now, for example, I am passing the value as a 10. I want to change this one instead of 20. Can I able to do that?
I have to do that on that last line, not here.
On the parameter, you can change it.
You want to change it here?
On that last line, sir, where you put system.out.println, that's where you gave the parameter, right?
Yes.
Variable.
I given the value here so that
Yes.
the 50 will go here. But once say I'm
Yes.
giving the 50, but I change my mind. I want to go with the 100 here. You can override the value. This is the same thing, guys. For example, I say TV is 100. TV is say 10,000. I can able to change the value, right?
Yes.
I mean, sorry, this is
But
a
it's a
static.
starting.
Okay. So for example, if you take this name itself, I'll say Bolo. What happened? Oh yeah. Why? Okay, maybe this is because of the methods. In the global, there is something points, so don't think about it. So just see here, the name I mentioned as hello. I can able to change this one to the override, right? The value, correct?
Yeah.
So that's the point here where if I mention the value is the 50, I can able to change the value here, a equal to 100. Okay.
So now which one it will print, the 100 or the 50? I think 100.
Which is the latest one that will print
Okay.
because it's override, right?
Yes. So 100. Okay. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes.
So guys, today we understand a new two-dot. That is, what is the structure of a method and what are the things which is inside this method, like the return type and the keys parameter.
Yes.
Okay. If the parameters are 3, you have to send the 3 parameters. If it is 2, you have to send 2. If there is no parameter, you no need to send anything. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any
Yes, sir.
question?
If
Any
we have
queries?
only two variables, it will not take into the parameters, right? We have to have the 2 parameters only. Okay. But now it will not take, right? So if it's only 50 and hello.
It will not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is the error. Yeah.
See, I said, right, if you open a house, if you want to open a room, if it is a 3 keys is needed, means you need to put 3 keys, right?
Yes.
You cannot open a room saying that, okay, open with the 1 key, but there is a needed of 3 keys. You can open the room as a 1 key means you can't open, right?
Yeah.
Basically, we understand this concept with our lockers. If you go any bank lockers, there will be a key with the banker and one is a personal key with us. So if you put both the keys, then only that locker will open. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So if you go directly, okay, we have a key, so I can open means it will not open. Even banker comes and he will put his key means it will not open. You need to put both the keys, then only it will open, right?
Yeah.
So in the same way, if it is mentioned as a 3 parameters, you need to give the 3 parameters. If it's mentioned in 1 parameter, you need to give 1 parameter. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. That's it for today. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's already, oh my God, I did not see the time. It's a 10:53.